So people will wonder where I've been. Regenerated. You don't understand what that means? Just listen to this. The word play. People say, this man, throw the brain. Shout out to my 10 dropout. Baby. Considering us a mass threat, blacks, natives, liars, anchors, and the past tense. Think it's far-fetched? You got to be kidding me. These same niggas saying Santa sliding down nature. Look, when it comes to justice, the just and glorious, but watch everything we do through the eye of holes. Fish spores, where we at, but where they at is gorgeous. We set flames to these churches with seeds of border. Got the duty of man, came down in Georgia, hold it down, keep the faith, the most high is gonna reward you. I don't beef with my Hebrew peace, I keep it cordial from a Georgia stock. If you not, sucks to be you. Yeah, so the number is significant. But Satan's running wild, I'm trying to focus on my discipline. Moving like a whirlwind, I'm fighting till the world wins. To understand what that means, it's Isaiah 45:17. Aristocrat genes, kings and queens, but these Edomites be pulling our strings. A couple chords of 94, avoid the bull like a matador. Ready to speak? I got an army of carnivores. Ric Flair, figure four, goes at the heads. I got the gird with the drip, and it's matching my friends. I'm not friendly. I was taught to prove a friend, I'm set apart, and don't give a damn about trends on your timelines, your Bentley or your high rise. Get nature enterprises full of lies. Pull up a stop and go smoke shots, and when I do, it be a genocide like blow pop. And that's real history. Show me a white Jew, I solved the Bigfoot mystery. It's not happening. He's stuck in the case of fatal attraction. Old action with the words of the Lord when I be rapping. Catch your breath. Target up. People need you. People tell fry loud. Yeah, you rap like the TV. Heathens can't see me. Your rhymes just like ED. Favorite candy Reese's. Free the KJV. Stocking up on ammo. I'm paranoid lately. SPLC got them hating on me. Reverbal energy of our captors draining our energy. Yeah, that's why I got this Hennessy. 2 to 2/3, we gon' toast to your memory. Yeah. Most definitely got the recipe. Expertly snatch the souls of my enemies. The rest be running like they centipedes. I keep the law pure and work solidify my legacy. Tranquilo, just let it be. You lost, trapped in a maze like Frank Beverly. Change the time like Pope Gregory. You want the truth? Say the word or pull up at your residency. Valhalla, but more heavily. End of the road, truth be told, we inherently. All the chosen, north and south and the rose. Hit you with 10 like the rose. You know the mouth got your ears smoking. Come y'all said I know we live and die by the smoke. 19 verse 28, and your whole song full to them. They will say to you. And the same points are set. You also should celebrate 12 points. Judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
What it do? What it do, family? Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, Friday Night Lights. Who's up? Who's up? Who's awake? Let me find out that some of y'all didn't take your naps, man. I know it's been a while popping in on a Friday Night Lights, man, but all praise, honor, glory to the Most High. We made it. Enter into another blessed Shabbat of the Lord. I want to give all praise, honor, glory to the Most High. This is your brother IQAhmath. I acquire first name. IQ is all the same. You've reached DSTM. Don't shoot the messenger. Episode 261. 261. All praises. All praises, man. Shout out to the family in the house, man, that's staying up with me. Even though on my time, it's only 8:15, right? It's only 8:15. Some of y'all, it's 11:15. Some of y'all is like 1 in the morning and beyond. And if you're watching this on the day of the Sabbath, tomorrow, all praises, man. Shabbat Shalom to you, right? Brother Ron said he took his nap. All praises, man. There you go. There you go. I know, Bayan, I know you took your nap, man. I told you earlier today. Get a little rest, man, because I'm turning on the lights tonight. All right. I see my man Carlos, man. He's already ready to say what do these two creatures have in common. He's already ready to fire him off. All praises, man. Shalom to the house of Byron, man. Shalom to y'all, man. Always appreciate y'all supporting your alms deeds. Who else is in the house? My Northwest brethren, man. Shalom to y'all. All right. Yeah, so there's a few that's probably still asleep. They'll probably be joining later after them, woke up and realized their notifications didn't go off, or or maybe just tomorrow. Whatever it may be, man, it's all good. I'm getting in some work tonight, man. Hopefully y'all are ready for the adventure. As you can see on the screen, I mean, it's my turn now. Y'all done all seen it. You probably watched and seen some other uh, brothers within Israel laying out their understanding what's going on with these tunnels. These rat holes, man. The Ninja Turtle crew is hanging out down below. What's going on over there? You know what I'm talking about. And I got to tiptoe. I got to be careful on how I even touch on and speak on that subject because you know how it goes. You know how it goes, man. The people under the stairs in the tunnels, they're listening. We got the U.S. and the U.K. taking out retaliatory strikes against the Yemeni Houthi rebels. What does that mean for World War III? Shocking news. Maybe for some, others it might be par for the course. But even more shocking news has came out, man, regarding our food supply, water supply, man, and just how bad it is. Just how bad it is, man. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get to the business at hand. Hold on one second. Let's get to the business at hand. All right, not gonna beleaguer the point too long, man. I'm not gonna have y'all up too late, unless the spirit dictates it. But this is how we're gonna go. Straight to the point, straight to the meat. Let me share my screen and we'll get busy. Make sure you wipe your feet, man. Y'all came up in here, man. At least wipe your feet. Do that for your brother. All right, wipe your feet. Hit that like button, man. Let's get the algorithms kicking. The other channel is back on deck. However, I'm still only going to be doing DSTM content on the MLTC Reloaded channel. All right, this channel will be DSTM devoted for the time being. My IQ channel, they're scrutinizing that thing too heavy. So I don't want to lose no content. I don't want to lose the channel. So anything that you want to hear DSTM wise, it will only be here. Spread the word. All right, let's get to it now. All right. How's everybody doing, man? Before we get started, everybody's doing well, man. Glad we in the Shabbat, man. Throw a 7 in the chat. Throw a 7 in the chat. Let me know we all on one accord. Let me know we all on one accord. Aladad in the house. Shalom to you, my brother. All right. Let's start here, man. Before I get to the real topic at hand, man. The chitter chatter that goes on amongst Israel and the world. Not even the world, man, because really the world ain't even tripping about what these GMO rats is over there doing, hanging out in tunnels. The news is making sure that they kind of like making a quick little story. The only ones that's really keeping it alive is us. I don't see it on major news channels. I don't see it being plastered all over mainstream media, trying to figure out what's going on. Why were they doing that? Building codes being violated, fire hazards happening, blood-stained, mattresses and possible feces on the mattresses, baby strollers. I mean, what's going on? Illegal underground. Why is that not more mainstream newsworthy? Why are we not looking into corruption? Why are we not looking into all kind of manners of crimes being broken? Not let alone fighting and having riotous behavior against the police. They're laughing as they're getting arrested because they know they're getting the cuffs is coming right off as soon as the cameras turn off. I mean, this is real madness going on. But we'll get to it though. All right. So we see what's going on with the escalation of the war in the so-called Middle East, right? So it's clearly gone beyond. We notice that the headlines now were even shifting more towards what's going on between the U.S., Britain, Iran, Yemen, Syria, Turkey, right? You got North Korea in the mix, China in the mix. You notice how the news has kind of really shifted a little bit off of the Israel-Palestine conflict because now the bigger war is now being brought to the light, which is between, Iran, America, and when that kicks off, North Korea is going to smell blood and they're going to want to jump in. North Korea is just kind of sitting back waiting, and wherever they can get in, they're trying to get in whatever they can fit in. They've been brown nosing and kissing up to Putin, trying to see if they can help in any way between them and the Ukrainians, and seeing if America gets involved. They've pledged their allegiance to Russia all day long. Now they're like, okay, well, if it don't crack that way, well, maybe we can get it on with America this way. They're just looking to put some icing on the cake, right? But we notice that the focus and the word that's going on militarily and war-wise is shifting more towards the U.S. and their involvement in what's happening in this so-called Middle East conflict, right? So that lets us know where the shift is taking place in the spirit. It's going towards even a bigger and a broader, wide-scale war. We call it World War III. U.S. British militaries launched massive retaliatory strike against Iranian-backed Houthis in Yemen. Everybody's kind of seen and understood what happened with that. The U.S. Air Force's Mideast Command said it struck over 60 targets and 16 sites in Yemen, including command and control nodes, munition depots, launching systems, production facilities, and air defense radar systems. So what the U.S. is trying to do is do precision-based strikes as opposed to just bombing Yemen. They indiscriminately. They don't want to do what the GMO, the genetic GMO cast. I'm trying to think of a good way that I can just speak about them people over there. You know who I'm talking about. The invaders, the squatters sitting in our land. They don't want to have the same label. So here they are doing precision strikes. Okay, we're going to hit the command centers, the munition depots. They're shooting down drones that they're saying, the Houthis are launching at them, and missile strikes and whatnot. So in retaliation, because really what they want to do is they want to free up that Red Sea. The Red Sea is getting backed up, forcing a lot of the commerce, a lot of the trade to get rerouted up out of that area because the Houthis are hijacking the boats. They're launching strikes on the boats saying, hey, get up out of here. Get up out of here, right? So America's got to step in. They got the cape on, the red, white, and blue cape on, and they're trying to make sure that their interests are protected. So look at this. President Slow Biden said the strikes were meant. Who woke him up, by the way? Who woke him up, man? He came up out of his crypt all of a sudden, his tomb. Now he got big words to speak on, man. Is he going to speak about Lloyd Austin? The U.S. Defense Secretary or the Defense, whatever his title is, the Jake that disappeared, being hospitalized in the ICU with some who knows what kind of disease he had, didn't tell nobody. They was like, but the White House is in complete disarray. You talking about confusion? The man who's supposed to be in charge of all the military action that's happening right now just drops off the map. Winds up, oh man, I've been laid up in the hospital, man. Slow Biden didn't know nothing about it. All of them didn't know nothing about it. They're trying to bring up charges to impeach Lloyd Austin for basically abandoning this post. I mean, we were just talking about this the other night at the New Moon. We were at the time of the day. It was 11 days in No, we were talking about the Wednesday night. So 10 days in of the so-called new year. And we've got everything from alien sightings in the mall in Miami to massive storms to military action strikes, warfare continuing on to economic, dysfunction. I mean, this is only within 10 days. You got civil war going on down in Ecuador. China saying that it's inevitable that they're going to get uh, Taiwan back. I mean, which means war. I mean, the list goes on and on. That's only 10 days in. And these idiots is running around talking about their New Year's resolution and thinking that new things are going to be happening this year. Slow it down. Slow it down. All right. So Slow Biden says the strikes were meant to demonstrate that the U.S. and its allies, quote, will not tolerate the militant group's ceaseless attacks on the Red Sea. And he said they only made the move after attempts of diplomatic negotiations and careful deliberation. Yeah, I'm so sure. I'm so sure that they tried to, talk it out and to no avail, whatever. So in retaliation to that deadly blitz, Iran-backed rebels vow unimaginable. See, the one thing, man, Ishmael and the Medes and the Persians, man, they be talking big, but they be coming up short, you know. So they say there's going to be unimaginable revenge on U.S. and UK after strikes on the Houthi strongholds and kill 5 militants. So after the 60 missiles and bombs and precision strikes and all that, only 5 of them died. They said there's going to be unimaginable revenge. I'm wondering what's taking so long. Why you ain't spent the block yet? This was what, 2 days ago? How long does it take to get back at them? I mean, let's get it on, man. Stop the foolishness. Here they are talking crazy. Hold on. Let me get the precept. I think I want this. I want the one in Sirach. Give me 1 second. Man. I'm trying to remember that. Yeah, 28. Sirach 28. And so let's look at we're gonna start at verse 13. Actually, let's start at 12. It says, if thou blow the spark, it shall burn. If thou spit on it, it shall be quenched. And both of these come out of thy mouth. So the Most High is letting us know, how do we deal with certain matters of confrontation, arguments? How do we deal with contention, de-escalating, particular situations? These are things that, especially brothers that go out on the streets, man, brothers have to master and understand how to deal with certain spirits, how to deal and maintain and control the zone, and dealing with individuals, right? So a lot of times you may have contention and things going on, but you got to read the spirit. You got to learn how to either blow out a spark, or you got to blow on it to actually quench it, or you might have to throw some gasoline on that thing and really, do some sharp rebuking. It all depends, but the Most High is letting it be known the power of the tongue, power of the mouth is what has the ability to make things go or make things cease. So continuing on, verse 13, it says, curse the whisperer and the double tongue, for such have destroyed many that were at peace. Well, that's a so-called white man. He speaks with a forked tongue all day long. He's double-minded. He's a hypocrite. He speaks with a double tongue. Curse the whisperer. The scriptures tell us about crafty counsels happening in secret, that they're plotting against our people. It says, for they've destroyed many that were at peace. And they've completely done that. They've destroyed and killed innocent blood here for centuries, just in the Americas alone. We're not even going to talk about the transatlantic slave trade. We ain't going to talk about the sub-Saharan slave trade. I mean, the list goes on and on. the Spanish Inquisition. You understand what I'm saying? He's killed many and destroyed many that were at peace. Continuing on, it says the a backbiting tongue have disquieted many and driven them from nation to nation. Strong cities have to pull down and overthrown the houses of great men. So one that backbites, backbiting is when you speak about or speak on someone or a situation behind someone's back and they're not there or present to defend themselves or to answer to anything. That's considered backbiting. Let's look at that real quick. You see that? Backbiting. And this is against the law. The act of slandering the absent, secret calumny. See, when somebody slanders somebody and behind somebody's back and they're not present, that's considered backbiting. That is a matter of evil, right? Backbiting, secret slander. The white man enjoys secret slander. So does Ishmael. See, a backbiting tongue has disquieted many and driven them from nation to nation. Strong cities have to pull down and overthrown the houses of great men. So right now, you got the Houthis, they talking about, oh, there's going to be unimaginable consequences and this, that, and the third, right? But let's find out. It says in verse 17, we'll drop down. For the stroke of the whip maketh marks in the flesh, but the stroke of the tongue breaketh the bones. See, that old saying, sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Bullish. It's the mouth that gets somebody in trouble. You know that old saying, man, don't write a check that your two cheeks can't cash. You understand? The mouth is what says, give me the launch codes. Okay. Punch in the code, synchronize the keys on the count of 3, turn and fire. See, that's the mouth. The stroke of the whip marks the flesh, but the stroke of the tongue breaketh the bones. The tongue can get you in a lot more trouble than a temporal whip. Those wounds will heal, but the stroke of the tongue can do way more damage, right? Verse 18, and many have fallen by the edge of the sword, but not so many as have fallen by the tongue. So we're going to see whether or not the Houthis are going to stand on what they're saying. Or are they just, utilizing words? Are they just out there bluffing and, because I mean, at this point, man, what are they waiting at? You need a secret attack. You waiting to catch, Esau slipping. Man, they launched their attacks, man. They're on high alert. They're expecting get back. Unless they're going back to Iran because, the Yemenis, the Houthis are backed by Iran. So they may have to go get, the okay from Massa. One way or the other, man, they need to do something. We need to have this thing escalate a little bit more, man, so that the prophecies can be even more fulfilled, so that we can even see even more of the glory of the Most High. And we can know that the sealed of the Lord, the elect, are coming together and the numbers being gaining closer to that sealed number, right? The reason why this is important, I'm sure some of y'all have done your research. If you haven't, let's look and see what's going on, right? The Houthis, their job right now is to stall up and to restrict all of the commercial traffic that's going through the Red Sea. The Red Sea is important for many of the goods and services, containers. You got everything from clothes to oil to food to various different resources that have to travel through these means in order to get from Europe and Asia or vice versa, from here to Asia, right? To various parts of Africa. This is an important, I think they said, 12% of global trade is accessed through here. So what they are trying to do is slow up, seize some ships, cause some damage. You see here by the color code, it says reported incidents in the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden since November 25th all the way to January 1st. The Black says there was a seizure at the Salif port. They seized one of the ships. There's another one here on November 19th. They seized the ship. Suspicious approaching up the ships, physical damage. They're boarding multiple, they're basically jamming up the trade routes. So let's look and see why this is important. How significant is the Red Sea trade route? So they're basically being utilized as distractionary methods, man, to divert the attention of America away from the Israel and Palestine conflict. This was starting off as a proxy war. Same way with Ukraine and Russia. The Ukrainians are just being used as proxies, man, for NATO to fight the war for uh, against Russia for NATO. The proxy nations, man, the smaller nations that need money, weapons, and influence in order to go out and fight wars for bigger countries and nations. So, Iran is using Yemen and the Houthis to fight on their behalf against the Americans. And what they do, they give them weapons, they give them money, they share a common bond with their religious beliefs. So, now it's getting to the point to where these attacks from the UK and US are more direct towards letting Iran know we're not playing no more. We're not just going to be on the defense, shooting down the drones and shooting down the missiles and all that. No, now we're going on the offense. So Iran is going to have to step up a little bit, and they're going to have to help their little proxy army in order to get them motivated, man. So that means they may have to activate Hezbollah. They may have to give the Houthi rebels, some more ammunition and drones and missiles or whatever. But it's going to escalate even more, right? So the main thing that they're doing, they're distractionary. They're taking America and the UK away from the Israeli, Palestinian war. All right. So it says the Suez Canal handles about 12% of the global trade and is accessed by vessels traveling from Asia via the 30-kilometer wide Bab el Mandeb Strait. About half of the freight shipped through the canal is made up of containerized goods. The route also provides a vital passage for shipments of oil. Shipments of oil from the Persian Gulf to Europe and North America. So you see why America has such an interest in it is because their allies in Europe and themselves are now coming up short on their oil. We know how precious the oil is to America and to Europe. They want to make sure that oil and that gets back to them. You understand what I'm saying? So they're not going to have nothing get in the way of them getting their precious black gold. Continuing on, rerouting shipments around the Cape of Good Hope adds about 3,000 to 3,500 nautical miles to journeys connecting Europe with Asia, adding about 10 days to the duration of the trip, according to the Dutch bank ING. Now, that's important too, because a lot of these ships, they're getting rerouted and taken out. I read an article, man, that said that's costing them like another $1 million just in fuel costs alone. So what's that going to do for the goods and services that they're providing? If they got to pay an extra $1 million in gas, best believe everything that they're shipping, from the oil to the food to the whatever other goods that they got, all that's going to go up because you got to cover the cost. How about insurance costs? Now you're dealing with dangers of people's lives and losing their shipments. Those things got to get insured. So that's going to make the insurance go up. The timeliness of getting stuff out of there. What if you got stuff in there, man, that expires? Refrigerated stuff like that, man. They got to you got to take a longer route. You might end up losing a lot of that stuff. So this is how it's going to impact a lot of the global trade and a lot of the economic standpoints, because it's going to hold up or spoil a lot of the goods, and it's going to make the prices go up, inflation rise up. But America's trying to slow it down because they need that oil. Continuing on, it says, with the prospect of lengthier shipping times, there could be a knock-on impact for turnaround times at the ports in the UK and large European hubs such as Rotterdam, Antwerp, and Hamburg. So look, the ports in the UK are suffering too. This is why they said, well, you guess what? We're going to join in with you. As America goes, so does the UK and the rest of the NATO nations. Man, all praises, Koaf. No notification, huh? Well, it's par for the course, my brother. They do us dirty over here. You know how that go. Glad you won, man. Glad you won. Shabbat shalom. All right, so let's continue on. Continuing on with the works of the world. I mean, with the works of war. Why Taiwan's elections could change the world. I said it last year. 2024 is going to be a hell of a year because not only is America having elections, there's dozens, according to this article, dozens of elections are happening all around the world this year. So you're talking about a whole shift and paradigm shift regarding leadership all around the world. Different ideologies, different spirits going to be sitting in these offices. Different coalitions is going to be made. Dozens of elections will be held around the world this year, bookended in November by hotly contested presidential, congressional, and gubernatorial races in the United States. And in the United States, this election is a complete joke. I mean, who's really voting for anybody or looking at any of these candidates seriously? Slow Biden, man. Come on, we already been there and done that with him. I mean, there's no bigger clown for the last 4 years than Slow Biden. But personally, I wouldn't. I'd take him another 4 years. Look how much damage he's done to America, man. If we really need some holes in the ship, man, this dude's gonna be knocking down holes, man. So this mug sinks sooner than later. So maybe give him another 4 years, man. Maybe this thing will really wrap up sooner. You feel me? Trump, he's still leading the pack. They just had the two leading stooges, DeSantis and what's the chick's name? DeSantis and man. Oh, it was just on the tip of my tongue. DeSantis and see how irrelevant these damn people are, man. I can't even think of this. Man, it's right on the tip of my tongue. Haley. There you go. Haley, the water. Good Lord. This thing is a whole joke, man. They went at it with each other, man. I just seen a little bit of highlights about their little debate, man. It was a straight joke. DeSantis kind of, mopped her up. She got the vote. Chris Christie, the fat dude out of New Jersey, he drops out. All of his support is supposed to be going to Nikki Haley, and he got caught on the hot mic. If y'all heard that, he was like, "Man, she's not ready for this. She's gonna get smoked." They all know Trump is gonna be standing tall come November. They put him through his little court cases and all that other stuff. But the main ones, I think they said they're not even happening until March or May. They're gonna drag them things out, man. He's doing private speaking engagements and still leading the pack. I mean, they trying to get rid of him as best they can. But really, I mean, who's for the Democrats? Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley? You think one of them gonna be the president? This is what all the nations just sitting back, rubbing their hands together like Birdman, saying, "Oh, there ain't nobody that can sit up in there, man, that's gonna make America quote unquote great again." This place is over with. So continuing on, it says across the Pacific, Taiwan will this weekend hold one of the most closely watched polls globally, and outcome could impact rocky U.S.-China ties and dictate geopolitical trends in 2024. Listen to this. China has called it a choice between war and peace. China is basically saying, man, Taiwan, you got one last chance to get it together, man. Once you have your elections go down, the person that is in power is going to have to make a choice. Either you want war or you want peace. Either way, China is saying you coming back home by hook or by crook. There's going to be one world, one child, not one child, one China policy. There's no more sovereignty. There's no more, you're your own country anymore. No. You're going back home to China. And you're going to be under the regime of Xi Jinping and the rest of the Chinese populace. January 13th, 19.54 million people, 83% of Taiwan's population, will be eligible to vote, including pretty much a million possible first timers, according to the Central Election Commission in Taipei. So China is basically giving them a ultimatum that this election is going to boil down to war or peace. It's their choice. So we're seeing warfare being being globalized all over the place, man. Sweden saying they got it. They telling their people, man, get ready for war. Germany, we seen they've already dispatched more troops since the most troops they've ever done since World War II. They getting ready. North Korea's getting ready. China's getting ready. Taiwan's getting ready. Japan's getting ready. I mean, come on. Look, Taiwan sends air raid alert to mobile phones across the island after China launches a satellite over its airspace amid mounting tensions between Taipei and Beijing. So even they're launching off their mobile phones is already in sync. Remember, America and Russia already did theirs back on October 3rd and October 4th. Testing your emergency broadcast systems on our tracking devices, i.e. the cell phones. You know, Taiwan already got it lined up, man. They hit everybody's phones and say, man, there might be an air raid. Take cover. People's walking on pins and needles, man. Paranoia is at its all-time high. Any false move, bombs could go. That's how wild it is. China launched a satellite, and Taiwan said they launched the bombs. Hit the phones. Tell everybody get ready. It was a satellite. But that just shows you, man. Everybody's on pins and needles right now. Taiwan's defense ministry sent an air raid alert to mobile phones across the island today after China launched a satellite over its airspace amid mounting tensions between Taipei and Beijing. The president alert was sent out to residents' mobile phones, warning them of a missile flyover and to please beware of your safety. You see that? They're over there paranoid as hell. And that's going to be the same spirit that's all throughout the earth in the coming future. They just wait to see who's going to let it. Is that it? Is that one? Oh shoot, we got an alert. Oh no, that was just a plane. Oh, that was a satellite. That was a balloon. Calm down. There's not going to be too much more crying wolf. One of them is going to be real. Thus saith the Lord. Let's get to it, man. Let's all right. The elephant in the room, not really in the room because everybody done seen him. But clearly there was a little rap party going on in Brooklyn. The vermin was over there, doing their thing with underground. Listen, and there's all kind of conspiracies going on out there. I'm not gonna jump on that bandwagon. Because the scriptures clearly tell us, man, mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, let everything be established. We can speculate all we want to what's going on, man, but there's definitely a lot of suspicious activity going on in there. You know what's so interesting, man? They were so quick to publicize about the underground tunnels that the Hamas is using. Meanwhile, these damn rat these vermin, man, they're doing the same things. Oh, they like to hide. They like to. You remember Netanyahu talking about that? They're cowards hiding under tunnels and hiding behind innocent people, and that. And they people doing the same thing. Underground tunnels. I mean, living and transporting and moving through all kind of filth and abominable practices going on in there. I mean, have y'all ever heard about the Nazi rat lines? This is the works of the hypocrites, man. Nazi rat lines. See, this is the same things that they always accuse everyone else of doing. They're doing it themselves. I'm just gonna read this one little section. I mean, sentence right here, man. Y'all can, watch the. I mean, do your own research on it, right? Just giving y'all a little seed. The rat lines, German for rattling in, whatever, were systems of escape routes for German Nazis and other fascists fleeing from Europe in 1945 onwards in the aftermath of World War II. So these rat lines were methods of how they were getting out of Nazi Germany, man, fleeing into places like Cuba, Argentina, America. They were utilizing these escape routes, man, and they were calling them rat lines, right? But these was systemized, um, systemized escape routes for them to leave, right? Now they wasn't necessarily tunnels, but they were secret routes and how they were being moved. Ain't no different than what they doing over there in Brooklyn, man. Under their, you know, under this prominent synagogue in Brooklyn. See, they got a book about it, man. And guess who was involved with the rat lines? I didn't even say. You see it right here. How the Vatican's Nazi networks betrayed Western intelligence to the Soviets. Yeah, the Catholic Church. They were involved in helping the Germans escape. Hold on. There's a couple of pictures you can see. Let me see. And they out there hiding them, man. I got some on that. I got some on some of my files, but I don't see where they at. See. But you seen it just from the headline of the book that the Vatican helped the Nazis escape. I have to find the pictures on my own flash drive that I got, man, because it looked like they're trying to hide them now. But anyway, clearly we see, man, the rat lines are methods of which they say that their enemies used, and they need to be brought to justice, right? But meanwhile, they doing the same damn thing, man. These cats is hypocrites, big time hypocrites, man. And won't nobody say it but the Israelites. The men of the Lord is gonna pull their card, man. But the rest of the world, man, they sit back and say, even these little tunnels, man, they wasn't so hidden, man. You asked the GMO breeds over there in Brooklyn, man, they all knew about it. They said, man, the neighborhood was split. Half of them was in favor of them and was cool with it. The other half wasn't. See, Job 15:34 says, "For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate." See, that's why that synagogue got shut down. And you see them in there, man. They in there tearing up their own damn synagogue with about 4 cops in there. We're gonna see the video in a minute. I'm sure y'all seen it, but I want to watch it with y'all. Right? It says, "For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery." They're heavily involved in bribery, money laundering, scamming, and all kind of stuff, man. I wish I still had a video of this rabbi. He was talking about how they run. They're involved in the whole racket regarding payday loans, and I noticed a lot of them are, they're not really available that much anymore. Yeah, I passed by some of these check cash places. A lot of them check cashing places. Now I used to have them things. I don't really see them advertised anymore. But that rabbi was saying we need to stop doing that. We're gonna get judged for this and da 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 da. So maybe they took his advice. I don't know, but they were heavily involved in tabernacles of bribery, man. They're in the pockets of politicians, the movie industry, music industry, the whole nine, man. But the scripture said, man, the tabernacles of hypocrites, they're gonna be desolate. Brother Carlos brought out a good scripture too, man, at Jeremiah 49. Jeremiah 49 and 10, saying, "But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places." See, who knows what these devious bastards was doing in the synagogue underground? They talking about it was made, created by some young little dissidents that was in there doing some dirt. I mean, what was they doing? What I did see was old jacked up strollers, car seats, blood-stained mattresses, neighbors talking about they were hearing noises at night, and the tunnels were supposed to be leading to the women's side, which is supposed to be the purification areas for the women that was unclean. I mean, the whole damn area was unclean. How they gonna have their women declaring the other side? Oh, this is where the cleanliness happens. Meanwhile, you're trekking through all kind of abominations, and who knows where the blood came from on the mattresses, and what were these noises at night for these little young whippersnapping GMO breeds that's down there caught up in their folly. See, but I've made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Con, that's exactly what's going on, man. Let me see. Wisdom of Solomon. Let's look at 14. Come on, you. I want the whole chapter. Let me get the chapter. Let's do we'll get right to the point, man. So we're dealing with matters of idol worship, sin and iniquity that invaded man, Israel getting caught up in it. But we know that the GMO breeds they're heavily involved in matters of idol worship, false practices, man, the issues of the Talmud, so forth and so on, man, unscripturally founded additions to the law. Let's look at this. We're going to read Wisdom of Solomon 14. We'll read 20. And so the multitude allured by the grace of the work took him now for a god, which a little before was but honored. So they're talking about idols that were being created, man. And people started now allowing idol worship to enter into the fold, right? Now watch this. It says, and this was an occasion to deceive the world. You know, images like Caesar Borgia, right? The statues of the Virgin of Guadalupe or Mother Mary. You understand what I'm saying? These particular idols. Leave it to the Catholic Church to have the rosary beads. All of these things, man. The crucifix. All of these things, man. But you know, from Baal to Molech, Ashtaroth, Isis, Ra. I mean, you name it. Are people caught up in all of the above? Now, watch it continue on. It says, for men serving either calamity or tyranny, did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name. Moreover, this was not enough for them, that they erred in the knowledge of the Most High, but whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance, those so great plagues called they peace. For whilst they slew their children in sacrifices. So not only did, our people do that, following after the ways of the Canaanites, according to Psalms 106, but what's going on with those people? We know that there's evidences of children being down there, or are they just using it for storage? I mean, you decide. Blood-stained mattresses. They're saying it was blood and possibly feces. on the mattresses. What happened down there? We know how they maintain the covenant of circumcision. Y'all know how they do that. But anyway, not to get in any further, it says, well, for while and these are the ones who are caught up in ungodly and unholy practices, which clearly those people are. For whilst they slew their children in sacrifice, or used secret ceremonies, or made revelings of strange rites, they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled, but either one slew another traitorously or grieved him by adultery. So they're talking about this little secret tunnel, man, was where these little young cats supposedly made it. And then you hear about the neighbors talking about they hearing strange noises. I wonder what those were. What kind of noises is some young cats making with a tunnel that leads from the men to the female, dirty mattresses being used? I mean, who knows what these heathen was up to, man? Proverbs 28:12 says, when righteous men do rejoice, there is great glory. But when the wicked rise, a man is hidden. So when it's just like the scriptures say, man, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked are in rule, the people mourn. It's no different. When the righteous men rejoice, there's great glory. When the men of Israel and the righteous of the Lord, man, when we rejoice, it's because we got great glory going on, man. When we're celebrating our holy days and feast days and honoring the Sabbath and keeping of the law and celebrating victories of truth, that's great glory. Prophesying and seeing all these things come to pass, man, that's great glory. But when the wicked rise, when you got these GMO imposters out there, man, claiming to be all natural and they not. When they rise up, man, when they're running the world with monetary influence through the banks, entertainment, media and press, religious influence, you understand what I'm saying? When they rising up, a man is hidden. Why? Because they're doing things in secret. That's why he's hidden. That's why he's hidden. Obadiah, what did he say? Obadiah? He may mention. Yeah. Look at Obadiah. He said, and this how you know, man, that everything's coming down on this damn heathen. Obadiah 1:6 says, how are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? The Most High is going to reveal everything going on with them, man. We're seeing all kind of reasons to say, you know what? The way that they've plastered the news and plastered history to say this is just some old rundown, bullied nice people who's constantly being rejected by everybody that nobody likes. They're constantly on the run, they're constantly being victimized, and nobody would just leave them alone, and all they want to do is just worship Hashem. And, what? Now we're seeing how ruthless they are when they're wiping out and committing genocidal tactics on the Palestinians, practicing methods of apartheid. You understand what I'm saying? You know what? Let me just. We know their reputation. Everybody in here right now is very knowledgeable and very keen on what the Revelation 2:9 GMO breed people are up to. And the hidden things not being sought up, man. The Most High is exposing them. He's being exposed. They popping up out of damn sewage drains and all kind of like, what is going on with this? And you got to wonder, okay, now you're getting caught with underground tunnels and all kind of corruption going on over there, man. We see your bloodlust that you got against people. We see that you're sitting out here getting all manners of wickedness and idolatry, and I mean everybody's seeing it now. Yeah, see. Let's look at it. Psalm 17 says, concerning the works of men, by the word of thy lips, I have kept me from the paths of the destroyer. Hold up my goings in thy path, that my footsteps slip not. I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me, O Yahweh. Incline thine ear unto me and hear my speech. This is David's prayer, dealing with the wicked. Show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by thy right hand, them which put their trust in thee from those that rise up against them. Keep me as the apple of thy eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wings, from the wicked that oppress me. We know that they were heavily involved with slave trade. Down south, they got records of them holding us in bondage. Yes, they own slaves. They changed their names when they moved down south. I got a book regarding that. The hold on, I don't even want to misquote the book. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. I don't want to misquote the book. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to find my books. Got it on PDF. I had it for a little while too. Oops. Give me 1 second. Let me see. This is right here. Jews and Negro slavery in the Old South. I'm going to touch on some pages up out of there on one of these library chronicles. But Jews and Negro slavery in the Old South, man, from 1789 to 1865 by Bertram Wallace Corn. Goes into them owning slaves. You know, they're so corrupt, man. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Let me get back over here. Get back on track, man. That's a little jewel for y'all, man. Look it up. It's a PDF. You can get it you can download it for free. You can download it for free. Right? Maybe I'll double back on that with a library chronicle. But anyway, it says verse 9. For the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth they speak proudly. You see how they was acting, man, when the police came in? They was all happy and, chanting and acting like they couldn't be touched. They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes, bowing down to the earth, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. See, that's how they act. They said it was the youngsters that was in there digging out these tunnels, right? They're the ones creating these secret places. Let's look at the video. Before we do that, let's look at this real quick. Inside a secret tunnel built by extremist Jewish students, linking historic cleansing bath. You see what I'm saying? This is what they're trying to say, that the cleansing bath, they were linking it to the cleansing areas where the unclean, GMO women were. I just got to just call them what they are, man. I don't have to, because that's how I get myself in trouble. I was about to call the white woman, their woman something out of their name. I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. Y'all can fill in the blanks. If I leave a blank, you can fill it in with whatever you like. All right. But extremist Jewish students linking historic cleansing bath to Brooklyn synagogue that was only discovered when a homeowner heard suspicious noises at night. The tunnel was discovered by rabbis in December who were horrified that the young men had burrowed it from the Chabad Lubavitch synagogue in Crown Heights. Initially, local site Crown Heights Info reported that it led all the way to a women's mikveh at the end of the street, several houses away. However, the operators of that women's mikveh says it does not, and instead connects the synagogue with an out-of-use historic men's mikveh on 770 Eastern Parkway, the synagogue site. So, they're all lying about it. Verse. Continue reading. It says the NYPD is yet to confirm exactly where the tunnel leads, what is being used for, or what the young men have been charged with. So let's look at this. Y'all seen it, but let's watch it. Look at all the rats. Look at all the rats inside. You know how they say that, rats, breed in multiplicity, man. They, when they lay down a litter, man, it's a lot of them. So you see them down there. Look at the tunnel, man. Look at how raggedy. Look at all this trash and stuff all in here. Baby stroller, chairs, car seats. And this was really, like I said, I seen a different report, man, where they said that the neighborhood knew what was going on, but there was strife between the older Revelation 209 GMO small hats and the young ones. And ultimately the older ones was like, nah, if this is going on, we about to, tear this thing up and get it sealed off. And that's when all hell broke loose. Man, look at this. Dirty bucket, dirt-filled rooms. Electrical wires hanging. That's a fire hazard. Look at all the rats hanging on the walls and everything. You seen that? Blood-soaked mattresses and strollers. Blood-soaked mattresses and strollers. Man, look how these rats is living, man. Look what's going on down there. Oh, there goes one. There goes one. Get him. Video revealed the inside of a bizarre tunnel built by a group of Hasidic Jay-wishing men underneath the historic Brooklyn synagogue, right? I mean, it looked like there's bodies buried down there. It's something out of a horror flick. Old ass chairs down there, man, dirty buckets, blood all over the place. What's really going on? Chabad Lubavitch is one of the movement's most influential Orthodox Jewish Hasidic organizations. This is one of the top synagogues of Satan, right? This is one of the top Revelation 2:9 strongholds. Revelation 3:9 strongholds exposed. So when the Most High says they're the synagogue of Satan, and you're finding out, and we're seeing all of these things that was going on in secret and underground, you're gonna tell me that's not the synagogue of Satan now? Who knows what kind of practices and things that was happening under there? Look at it. Where you going? Where you at? He gets out, shoves the camera, and takes off running. I mean, if it was all innocent and it really wasn't no issues, man, what you running for? So y'all all seen this, man. I'm not gonna play this whole 3 minutes and 30 seconds, man, but everybody's kind of hip to the game, what they're up to. Clearly, there's a lot of corruption going on in there, man. The cheese eaters is down there, buck-toothed cheese eaters down there doing Lord knows what. When the press is saying these are bizarre tunnels, Strange things going on in there, man. The things that they're finding, they're scratching their head saying, what in the world? Me talking about crime scene, DNA, all kind of stuff is going on down there, man. If you get a forensics team down there, man, with the blue light, man, Lord knows what they're gonna find. But these are the people of the Lord, man. This is the chosen people of the Most High, man. Is that right? Really? Give me a damn break. Give me a break. Let's move on. Let's move on. All right. Let's move on. Uh you got to think about this whole thing. Just so happens, man, the rats come out, and one of the head rats that bit the cheese, man, and got himself jacked up, Epstein. He was at the top of the list, man. No pun intended. Talking about his list and his uh the Epstein list. And a week later, man, here comes some more bug tooth GMO rats eating cheese, man, getting caught in the traps. They get busted. Now it's taken away from the limelight that Jeffrey Epstein had. I mean, here goes like I'm saying, 10 days in, and here we got even more exposures of these people. Jeffrey Epstein was an unpracticing small hat. Under fire, Bill Clinton escaped the furor over the latest revelations in newly released court documents related to pedophile Jeffrey Epstein with a getaway trip to a luxury resort in Mexico. You see how these people do? And guess who we met up with? Good old Governor Gavin Newsom. I mean, how you gonna meet up with? Just let you know, man. Newsom is up here being courted to be the next president. He's letting he's opening all kind of doors to let California just go down the drain. After you just got through seeing a whole damn report and speculations and evidences that Bill Clinton had 50 trips to this pedo island, getting massages and happy endings and likes him young and all kind of madness. And you the first person to go meet up with him and go take a vacation with him. That let you know what type of spirit is on Gavin Newsom. Clinton got all kind of heat on him, man. What's he do? He gets up, going to Mexico. Luxury trip, not even a care in the world. I'll show you, man, how they get away with murder. They always hold themselves not guilty, as Zechariah 11:5 tells us. See, Zechariah 11:5 said, "Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Yahweh, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not." Just how they take advantage of us. Our possessors slay us. We're getting killed in the streets, from George Floyd to Eric Gardner to Corinne Gaines to the list goes on and on. Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin. I mean, come on. We get slayed, and what they do? They hold themselves not guilty. Mr. I did not have sex with that woman. Yeah, I smoke weed, but I never inhaled. What? He's holding himself not guilty. He got caught on the mic a couple times, man. People asking him, man, what's up with you and Epstein, man? 50 trips? Really? I mean, what's going on with you? He gets a laughing. And then, his handlers whisper in his ear, man, don't say nothing. Come on, keep it moving. The videos of him doing that right after this whole thing came out. 50 times, man. He holds himself not guilty. What'd he tell him? Man, charter me a flight to Mexico, man, and tell Gavin meet me down there. He might have some things going on down there right now. So Bill and Hillary Clinton have been spotted on vacation in Mexico with the governor of California, Gavin Newsom, and his wife, Jennifer. The group are staying at the Four Seasons Resort in Tamarindo, set in a 3,000-acre private nature reserve in western state of Jalisco. Now, one of the biggest owners of the Four Seasons is, guess who? Let's see who they're going to. entertain. Oh, you're not gonna work now, huh? Ain't that a oh look at this. Ain't that something? Okay, so they playing games. They not gonna open it up. But we see who owns them. This guy, there you see him. And guess whose name was on that list too? Oh yeah. This guy. He tells Bill, man, hey, don't trip. The Bills. I ain't talking about the football team, man. Bill Clinton, Bill Gates. He tell Bill, man, hey man, come on down to the Four Seasons, man. Don't trip. Vacation on me. You might need to de-stress and unwind, man. I know it's been a hell of a week, but they can't stop us. Bill Gates investment firm to take control of the Four Seasons. Let's see if this one opens. Okay, in a $2.21 billion deal. Imagine that. See, all the rats stay together. You dig what I'm saying? So he goes down to the Four Seasons, owned by one of his buddies, and they go hang out. The Clintons were in the Dominican Republic with former presidents of Mexico and Chile before Christmas, and also visited San Miguel de Allende. So go figure. I mean, all of them hang together, man. No problem there. I see. Let's continue. Now, why is it Fauci flip flops up? Let's see, they stole that name. I called him flip flop Fauci first. Damn near 3 years ago. Well, here we go. Let's see, I'm about to call him that. Fauci flip flops during Congress grilling. Ex-White House doctor ducks more than 1,000 questions about that thing. You know what I'm talking about. And admits he approved the risky Wuhan C virus research proposal without reading it. Meanwhile, you know how many we had one channel completely taken down from YouTube. So many damn strikes, it's not even funny. Risking the channels getting taken off again, having to restart all over again. All for them to come out after the fact and say, you know what? Actually, what he was saying was true. But is YouTube going to change their community guidelines and update them and say, yeah, you know what? You can say this now because your headmaster in charge, man. Your 1984 mouthpiece, the Ministry of Truth says it's okay now. See the hypocrisy, man? Speaking the truth years ago, they penalized the hell out of him. Now all of a sudden he wants to come out and say, oh, I'm ducking all these questions. And yeah, actually it did come from a lab. I didn't even read the proposal and read the reports. I'm just out there, fast tracking the agenda. And I got to be careful with this because they still going to act a damn fool about this. It don't even matter if the truth comes out. They still stand on lies. House GOP said Fauci's pandemic policies full of drastic and systematic failures. Dr. Anthony Fauci evaded more than 100 questions about that thing, the lab leak theory, and his ties to Wuhan during a landmark congressional hearing Monday. House Republicans who quizzed the ex-White House advisor said he played semantics to avoid conceding that he had funded dangerous research in China that is feared to have started the pandemic. Now, he had a big argument, big old congressional hearing between him and Rand Paul about that same thing, about funding coming out the lab and all this other stuff. And he told Rand Paul, you don't know what you're talking about. That's an outright lie. I've never done it. Now the dude coming back saying I lied. I mean, can we expect anything different from the so-called white man? I mean, is there any more proof that we need and validation? So when we say he's the devil that the Bible speaks of, man, we're saying he's the biggest deceiver on earth, man. He is accustomed to lies. It's part of his genetic makeup. Psalm 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth the ear. You know, they stoppeth the ear, meaning what paralyzes you. His word is the last word you hear. And if it's a lie, that's what you're supposed to believe. We become encapsulated and paralyzed with his lies, man. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. It's dangerous when you can't constantly take everything that he says for face value and just keep, drinking and drinking and drinking. Man, he won't lie to me. He'll tell me the truth. Master belief. What? Scripture say, man, as soon as he be born speaking lies, man. That's why we got to smarten up. Proverbs 14, verse 15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. I mean, we got to do your due diligence to find out whether this man is telling the truth or a lie. Well, anybody's telling the truth or a lie. If I'm lying, do your due diligence. Don't believe everything that you've been told. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. White man says, "Oh, you black? Okay, I'm black. Oh, you colored now? Yo, I'm colored, boss. Okay, well, you're African American. Okay, I'm African American, boss. You're Chicano. Oh, all right. No, you're Latino. No. Okay, what? No, boss. No, we're gonna change you up, man. You're just Mexican now. You're Guatemalan. We're gonna switch you up again. You're Hispanic American. I mean, it's constantly. Don't nobody ever stop and say, you know what? Hold on, man. Black is a color. How the hell is that my nationality, man? How is that my heritage? How is that my ethnicity? Black. Where's the black currency at? Where's the black language at? Where's the black land at? Is there a black army? Is there a black faith? Is there a black temple where the black? What I mean, what's going on? Are you gonna keep believing every little word, or are we gonna stand up and say, "Hell no"? I'm gonna be prudent, man. I'm gonna look to everything and everywhere that I'm being directed. So many of our people got so distraught and jacked up over these last 3 years. Look, I was just talking to one. I got unbeknownst to me, because this part of my family, I don't even really speak to them like that. But I had two. I'm talking to my mom's 2 different occasions, man. I got family members who are still living like it's 2019, and they just hearing that this deadly thing is out there and it's gonna get you. I got a great aunt, my mother's aunt, who refuses to come outside. Anybody that comes over has to gotten poked in the arm and wear a mask. This has been going on for the last 3 years. Uh, she's not even looking out the windows. Says she doesn't miss going outside. She's happy in solitary confinement. No word of a lie. I've got my cousin, his daughter. She's like 3 now. She was born during the pandemic. I mean, you can count on one hand how many times she's been outside. She still looks outside and sees the sun and is amazed. This is the type of madness, man, and the type of brainwashing our people is under. And I'm sitting there just shaking my head saying, what in the hell is wrong with my people? This dude comes out and says, man, I was lying. I didn't know. I didn't read the reports. I just did what I needed to do. Fauci 82 also admitted that he signed off on millions of dollars worth of grants without reviewing the proposals and appeared to admit his agency had little oversight of the foreign labs it bankrolled. So it's a money grab. Let me move on. Here's another one, but it's just a little bit more detail. Finally, Fauci finally coughs to the failures. Flip-flopping doctor admits lab leak was, quote, not a conspiracy theory. Hello? So can we get that updated on the community guidelines, YouTube? Are we going to follow along with, the mouth of the horse's mouth? Or are we just going to keep saying that the guidelines is up to date? not a conspiracy theory, reveals he told schools to impose harm. He told schools to impose the thing that goes in your arms and the mandates, and even praises Trump on China. I mean, this is all going on in this congressional hearing, man, that they backed him down on. So now that he's out the limelight, he retired in 2022. He got out the game, mission accomplished. But they're not done with him. Republicans still want to holler at him. So they've been pulling him in, trying to get him to cop to whatever he was up to, man. Now he's doing it. See? The wicked, man, I'm trying to tell you. Let's continue on. So we got here Ecuador is erupting a civil war. I know many of y'all seen that. I think maybe like 5 cats, man. They stormed the news station, State TV, stormed it, strapped up. Similar to that movie, I think it was called Money Monster or something like that. It was a guy. I think they was kind of doing an interpretation of the guy on, I think it's CNBC, that does the stock market thing. What was the name of that movie? I know George Clooney was in it. Yeah, that was it. Money Monster. I was guessing about the name. I couldn't remember for sure. Yeah, Money Monster. I don't know if y'all seen that one, but you can see here he's a. I'm not gonna play it, but just watch that, man. But they did a similar thing. Man, got came on camera, man, took him hostage, live on TV. They did the same thing down there in Ecuador, man. But the police caught them cats, man, pretty fast. They've declared war on the streets against the cartels down there, man. I think they said that the president of Ecuador and deployed a couple 100,000 troops, man. They on the streets now. They're trying to do what they did over there in El Salvador. They said they're going to rid themselves of the cartels and the gangs down there. If you look at what they did over there in El Salvador, man, they didn't clean up El Salvador. All them 18 streets and MS-13 cats, man, they all locked up. The murder rates dropping down, man. Everybody's, loving life again back there in El Salvador. They're getting ready to try to do the same thing over here in Ecuador. So since Ecuador erupts in civil war with cartel thugs, president orders the army onto the streets as crazed criminals rampage through cities, with TV stations seized, university attacked, and jail guards executed following the escape of a mob boss. So, all hell is breaking loose down there, man. I think brother Carlos, I think he put up the scripture about 2nd Ezra 15. I mean, yeah, we're seeing all them things go down right now. Sedition amongst men, overthrowing of power, nobody listening to authority. Nobody listening to authority. Right? So we're seeing all these things go down right now. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So, the cartels are still trying to, push their drug trade. They're trying to, enforce intimidation, money laundering, and the whole nine. I mean, they seasoned, live on TV to make a point. So, if you wondering if all hell's gonna break loose, but it is globally, man. We've already went from the Middle East to America. Now we're in Central America. We touched a little bit on Taiwan over in the Far East. So we're global with this. All over the world, man. All kind of madness is going on. Now, let's get to the next thing. I made mention of shocking things going on with the food supply, man. And it's very, very interesting, man. If we're not in the faith of Mashiach Yahushua, man, you can forget about it. You can forget about it. This place has managed, America has managed to completely defile and destroy, um, defile and destroy this place, man. I mean, seriously. Uh, let's look at this in Mark 16:18. Um, matter of fact, so let's and this is part of the Great Commission. But if you got full understanding, you know that he's talking about going to the scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. This is Mark's rendition of Matthew 28:19. Uh, we can talk about the Great Commission another time, right? But here's the word from Yahushua. And he said unto them, go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. I mean, just off of this, you can say Isaiah 45:17 is the world. Every creature within the world is the children of Israel. That's who you're going to preach to, right? He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved. How do we get baptized? By the cleansing through the washing of the water by the word. The word is what's going to baptize us, not by water, man. You got homosexuals, murderers. They take baths, they dip it in water, they saying their prayers, they say they believe, and they still going out committing all manners of abominations. People getting baptized 3, 4, 5 times throughout the church and still living a life of sin and wickedness and never learn to repent. Baptism isn't by water. It's by the word, by true belief, and by true acts of repentance through the laws of the Most High. That's how one is truly cleansed. So the Most High is telling the disciples that that's how they have to go out and save the people, preaching the word, allowing the word to be instilled within said individual to cleanse their ways. And that's a whole nother thing. Baptism is a whole nother subject. Don't want to get too deep onto that, but the commission was this. He that believeth and is baptized shall be saved, but he that believeth not shall be damned. And these signs shall follow them that believe. In my name shall they cast out devils. They shall speak with new tongues, learning the new languages, casting out devils, man, healing brothers and sisters from all of their spiritual evils and wickednesses and strongholds through the word of the Most High, man, and the faith of Mashiach Yahushua. It says they shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick and they shall recover. It's going to take truly the Holy Spirit, man, to rest within us, because once we start reading this little article, these couple of articles, man, the so-called white man is so damn devious, man. He's completely, taking over the food supply, man. And if anyone doesn't believe that he's using food as a weapon, you need to get your head examined. A lobotomy might be in order. Isaiah 65:13 says, therefore, thus saith Yahweh, the Almighty Power. Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. The servants of the Most High are the ones who listened when they were called by the Most High, right? Christ said, my sheep hear my voice, and they that hear his voice are going to do the will of his Father. The servants are the ones who are called by the name Israel. Leviticus 25:55. We're going to be sustained through eating and drinking and what have you, man. We're going to be drinking and partaking in things that are poisonous. Ezekiel 4 says that we're going to be eating our defiled bread in our captivity, man. But if we're not in the faith, man, and really moving in the spirit and not really locked in on the fleshly desires, to where our flesh is overtaking us, to where at one point, man, we can just forget about surviving this thing. But this cat, man, he knows the routine. Let me see. Hold on, Judith. The white man knows the routine. Judith 5. I'm gonna get down to the point, man. You got Holofernes is the king of Ashur, and he's getting an Ammonite, Achior, right here. Achior is the captain of the sons of Ammon, to give him the rundown on the children of Israel, man. The damn Japanese, the Ammonites, knows our history. This is how you know when you get cats coming from Korea, China, selling you goods and services, man, that they know you want. You look at the swap meets, you look at the technologies, the food. They know what niggas like, right? Out here in Cali, man, we got what's known as the Louisiana fried chicken. They all got taken over by the damn gooks. It's like, what do you know about Louisiana fried chicken, man, in South Korea? How do you know Negroes like that, man? They move into our neighborhoods. I've been in different neighborhoods, blood crip neighborhoods, man. They got blood, red rags in the blood neighborhoods at the front of the store, man, so you can buy them. Blue rags in the crib neighborhoods, making sure that they perpetuate the gang violence, man. They know what kind of liquor niggas like. I mean, come on. They study us. They know Jake's like the jewelry. They got the jewelry spots in the damn swap meets. They selling the clothes, airbrush t-shirts, hats. They do it all. They know Negroes like them menthol cigarettes, so they got Newports packed up, ready for you to smoke your life away. They know. Same thing here, man. The history is here. Reading in Judah 5, so he was telling the king of Ashur, how do you conquer the children of the Lord? He was telling them that our whole history, from Egypt, from Abraham, all the way on. But look at here. It says, we're going to start verse 17. It says, and whilst they sin not before their power, they prosper because the Most High that hateth iniquity was with them. So we're saying, look, this is what happens. When they don't sin against their power, they prosper because the Most High hates iniquity. Yeah, Ashar, beauty supplies, man. They know sisters need them wigs. They know you want them nails done and your feet done. They know about all the damn hair products and makeup. They know it all, man. Brothers, they know brothers get the beard oil. You get the pomade for your waves. Selling sisters' hair. I mean, they come on. Y'all know. So here's the Ammonite, man. He's giving a rundown. He said, man, if they don't sin before their power, they're going to prosper. Verse 18. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs, and the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by their enemies. But now they return to their power and are come up from the places where they were scattered, and have possessed Jerusalem where their sanctuary is, and are seated in the hill country, for it was desolate. So he basically says, man, look, the status of them right now. He said, right now, they're returned to their power, man. Leave them alone. See, verse 20 says, now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error against this people, and they sin against their power, let us consider that this shall be their ruin. Let us go up and we shall overcome them. So he says, man, if they sin against their power, we're going to overtake them. There ain't nothing they can do about it. That's why all the nations take advantage of us. That's why we've been ran down. We've been trampled. We've been lost and forgotten, and downtrodden and forgotten. We got hitting on the slave ships. We've been taking advantage of our ignorances. All the nations, love to have it so. And everything that they do is to keep us in sin. They'll change the Sabbath. They'll change doctrine. They'll change our nationality. They'll change our language, our culture. They do it all. Even up to the point to where they're poisoning the food supply. So if we're eating abominable foods, guess what? We stay in consistent sin. That's why when the Most High puts around feast days like the Passover and tells us, hey, you better make sure you're looking for things with no leaven in it, no manners of uncleanness can be in your homes when it comes down to the Passover. That's what gets brothers and sisters way more diligent into looking into what are we consuming. See, all of our holy days have relevancy when it comes down to stuff like that. And it says, but if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them and their power be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world. So we said, man, unless you want to become another noted nation in history that got slammed down by their power, Yahweh, and got trampled and got drug into into subjection, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Right? So look at this, man. This is why you got to have a balance of faith, because Yahweh said, that if we bear the Holy Spirit, man, and we've been baptized and believe, poison things is going into our body, we're gonna live. Ezekiel 4 said we're gonna be eating our defiled bread in the land. Most High said we're gonna eat and live. I mean, or servants is gonna eat. We have to be in the spirit because look at this madness. Now scientists find 90% of all burgers, steaks, chicken, and plant-based foods. Oh, so you vegan? Oh, you vegetarian? Oh, guess what? We're getting you too, nigga. You ain't escaping. Yeah, I don't eat red meat, man. Yeah, chicken, man. I don't even the chicken's unclean. I ain't eating that. I'm plant-based. Oh yeah? You think the beast is gonna pardon you? Gonna tap you on the shoulder and say, hey man, you the smart nigga. I'm gonna spare you. I'm not gonna devour you. I'm not gonna what? You're not special. And it's not a food war. So shout out to my vegans and my vegetarians. I'm making a point. The beast system, man, the devil, he does not care. He's poisoning everything. All right? Everything. Now scientists find 90% of all burgers, steaks, chicken, and plant-based foods contain cancer-causing microplastics. So is he using food as a weapon, man? Agenda, State Memorandum 200, written by Henry Kissinger, who recently can rest in piss, uh, wrote, and he said that they were going to use food as a weapon against nations for population control and medicines that you can put in your arm. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Just in case y'all need a reminder. He said, what did he say? Stay what? Huh? Just in case you didn't hear me. National Security Study Memorandum 200. Implications of worldwide population growth for the U.S. Okay. The Kissinger report. Write it down. Read it. He's going to tell you food is going to be used as a weapon and medicines that get put in your arm is going to be used as a weapon. Okay. And that's all I'm going to say on that because YouTube is going to act a damn fool. But, point being made here, right? Look, the majority of meat and plant-based alternatives contain tiny plastics pieces linked to cancer, according to a study that comes a day after bottled water was found to be loaded with the toxins. We're going to look at that next. Scientists tested 16 types of protein, including chicken nuggets, beef steaks, fish fillets, and plant-based burgers, which showed that humans consume plastics no matter the source of protein they choose. Doesn't matter. 90% of the products contain nanoplastics, which scientists fear can accumulate in your vital organs with unknown health implications. The tiny particles have been linked to the development of cancer, heart disease, and dementia, as well as fertility problems. Fertility problems. Huh? Okay. I just seen a story about Michael Strahan's daughter, the ex-football player, 19, I think she is, brain cancer. They're talking about how young people are popping up with cancer, and it's alarming doctors. I don't even have that in here, but look. Let's see if I can find it. I built this one out last week. Cancer striking more young people, and doctors are alarmed and baffled. Colon cancer rates increasing in young people. You wonder why? Doctors are baffled. I'm not. I mean, if you're not in the faith, man, you can forget about it, man. No mercy. The Most High is going to take you out and going to have damn so-called white man do his bidding. That's the only thing that's really going to hold us up in this thing, man. The earth's defiled. He's punching holes in the ozone layer, man. He's spraying the air with chemicals, and I mean, he's trying to do everything he can to destroy. So look here. Researchers have speculated foods are being contaminated by equipment used during food production and distribution packaging, adding ingredients or airborne particles. Oh, like, the chemtrails that end up falling on the hay and the grain and the foods that the cows are eating. Oh, okay. Airborne particles. You go outside, you're inhaling the barium salts, the aluminum, and all that other stuff. Think that's a problem? Look, researchers discovered thousands of nanoplastic bits in bottles of drinking water. So here we are, California, 2025, I believe. They've already got their approval laid out that they're going to have sewage water authorized to run through the tap now. They're going to recycle poop water. And you saying, well, that's cool. I'm just going to drink the bottled water. I drink bottled water anyway. Okay, he's going to get us there too. What are you going to brush your teeth with? What are you going to take a shower with? You ladies like them little hot bubble baths, and in this water he's getting ready to start running through the pipes. I mean, this place is finished, man. So the bottled water. I don't care if you got Arrowhead, Dasani, Sparklets. Name your favorite one. Oh yeah, yeah. The boozy Negro out there saying, man, yeah, I'm drinking Poland Springs. Yeah, I only drink the good stuff, man. Fiji on me. Really? You think? Think that's safe? You think that's good too? Come on, man, wake up. The man, this dude wants it all, man, and he's not trying to share. The less of us there is, the more that he thinks he can control. Continuing here, it says it seems anywhere scientists look for plastic, they find it. From the ice in Antarctica to the first bowel movement produced by newborn babies. They even say, man, just even through like when you use, now they're saying that you got the paper plates and plastics and all that. People use them in the microwave. Them toxins, man, get in the food. They said, man, the average person, man, has about the size of a credit card of plastics in it. Enough plastics in us, man, that they can create a credit card. Go figure, right? Let alone, man, and this ain't even. You say, well, I got the BPA bottles. Who knows, man, if that's even safe anymore? The BPA bottles was good for a certain element, the bisphenol A, but what about the rest of the microplastics? Unbelievable. Now researchers finding out the amount of microplastics floating in bottled drinking water is far greater than initially believed. Using sophisticated imaging technology, scientists at Columbia University Lamont Doherty Laboratory examined water samples from 3 popular brands. They won't say which ones. How ironic. And found hundreds of thousands of bits of plastic per liter of water. I mean, unbelievable, man. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. Look, 90% of these plastics were small enough to qualify as nanoplastics, microscopic flakes so small that they can be absorbed into human cells and tissue, as well as cross the blood-brain barrier. Look at this. Cancer is striking more young people. Doctors are alarmed and baffled. Just talked about that. Here's another one. Childhood asthma drug linked to dozens of suicides. Do you hear this? Childhood asthma drug linked to dozens of suicides and frightening hallucinations of red-eyed demons is still being prescribed to 12 million Americans each year, despite FDA warning in 2020. Big Pharma does not give a damn, man. They got plausible deniability where they putting out these damn experimental drugs with no repercussions. They've got kids out here on hallucinogens disguised as medicines, and they seeing demons. Singular is the name of the drug. And you know who some of the biggest uh, victims of asthma are? Blacks and Hispanics. Blacks and Hispanics are two of the biggest ethnicities that have asthma. Much of it has to do with our living conditions, with being around uh, particular triggers, dust, mold, um, even like roaches and stuff like that, man. Stuff that they carry could be things that trigger your asthma, hereditary type issues. But most of our people got it, man. And here you got Big Pharma. Oh, we got a great new inhaler on deck. Starting in 2020, man. All you need to do is take a puff a day. It should regulate your attacks and everything else. And next thing you know, man, your kid is out here seeing red eye demons, killing their brother or sister, or acting out, wilding out in class, and then they tell him, oh, he's got ADHD and something else, and throw him on some more drugs. Oh yeah, these kids are now having mental issues, man. Mental health, mental health, mental health. Meanwhile, they ain't even looking at the causes of this stuff, man. These kids, little kids, man, committing suicide. Look, parents are not being warned about the dangers of an asthma drug linked to dozens of suicides, hallucinations, and self-harm. Singular, generic name of Montelukast, in March 2020, following decades of reports of mental health problems among the users. And here they are talking about, oh, yeah, mental health is, because the kids is sitting in the house all day because of, the DVOC 91. And they getting hyped up on these damn drugs, man. Got them seeing demons, man. But the white man's not the devil. Oh no. He's just look. The scriptures say, man, he's a physician of no value. They said, man, the doctors are still prescribing it even after being told these things ain't no good. Oops, my bad, Job. Job 13:4 says, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. See, when they got your kids hyped up on these damn drugs, man, and they seeing committing suicide, massive, depressive states, hallucinating and all kind of stuff, man. And you thinking they just got spirits on them, something wrong with them? They need to get an exorcism, and meanwhile, they don't even know, man. It's the damn drugs that their damn doctors giving them. It's unbelievable. Let's close. Let's wrap it up, man. See here, they go the warning sign right here. Warning: serious neuropsychiatric events. It's on the warning label. You think the doctors is paying attention to this? Or they saying, man, how much am I getting paid on the kickbacks from the big pharma? Yeah, I'll keep them on it. Don't worry about it. Just keep sending them checks. Trust me, I know that's how it works. Serious neuropsychiatric events have been reported in patients taking Singular. I mean, at what point does the FDA say, oh, is that happening? Okay, take that off the shelves right now. They're not taking it off the shelves, man. They're pushing it full fledged. All right. So that's what we're dealing with. Food recalls is going on. Cheese recall across the U.S. has a warning issued over listeria contamination. This is a particular Mexican cheese, Cotinga. What's the name of that cheese? Mexican cheese, Cotinga. I don't want to mess it up. So the name of the company is Rizzo Lopez Foods Cotija. Aged Cotija cheese. So I don't know if anybody has it, anybody utilizes it, but know that cheese is on the recall, man. Get rid of it. A cookie recall is a warning issued over possible serious allergic reactions. These are some Oatmeal cookies from what's the name of that place? Oatmeal. Let me give y'all the name so that you Quaker Oats expands its list of products recalled for salmonella risk. So it's oatmeal involved, Quaker Oats, the chewy, the chewy granola bars, the cookies. It's an oatmeal salmonella outbreak. So if you got them, you might want to get rid of them things. All right. Let's continue on real quick. NASA delays astronaut moon landing to at least 2026. I mean, this is just more proof, man. That damn white man ain't touched that moon. He can't get past the Van Allen belt. He's not exceeding going past the damn firmament. He's a liar. You trying to tell me back in 1963 or whatever year it was, 65, the technology was greater and he was able to touch down and everything was great. The eagle has landed and all that, and you planted the flag down. But all of a sudden in 2026, where you damn near got flying cars and electric vehicles and, switches on the guns that shoot 30 rounds in 2 seconds and satellites and radar and what? GPS. All the technology now, man, you still are having delays. I mean, you see how many times SpaceX shuttles have been destroyed and falling out the damn air. Now you're talking about, man, oh, we got to delay the moon landing to 2026. We need a couple more years to figure this thing out. That ain't happening, man. This is just another damn lie by the white man. We're going to play this, man, just a little bit, man, because we see the havoc and the storms of the Most High, man. I know out here in California a couple weeks ago, 30-foot waves splashing down in I think it was like the Santa Cruz, Santa Barbara area. I played some of the read some of the article, man. Y'all seen waves are smashing up, man, knocking out the beach houses. I think it killed a couple people. Spectating and watching, injured some folks. You got storms happening all over the place, man. Brothers and sisters, man, sending me pictures of snow everywhere from Detroit to Florida. And I'm sitting there like, damn. From the Midwest to the South, they talking about the football game this weekend. One of the games said might be the coldest one ever. I forgot the teams that's playing. They said it was Kansas City and somebody else. But they said that game might be the coldest game ever played. So when you know me, you talking historical numbers and methods, that's something to pay attention to, man. The tempests and the storms of the Most High, man, is touching ground here in modern day Babylon and Egypt. Tornadoes, man. Hundreds of thousands of people without power. I mean, this is just the glory of our Father, man. You see how the Most High moves? The white man thinks that he's got any chance in hell to fight against Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. He's got another thing coming. All that Most High got to do is send the angel, man, take out the power. White man can't hit no backup switch, can't try to run the no push, no panic button, launch no missiles, no nothing. That's the first thing you crippled. How you gonna fight against this? And that's just one element that the Most High uses. One of the spirits. This whole video, man, nothing but this past beginning winters. I mean, look at the powers going up, man. Lightning strikes, tornadoes hitting. I just love it, man. I love seeing the Most High's glory, man, doing the work. All things to the good. Even if it look at that. And then it moves on. You see, it hit that line, man, blew up, and then the tornado came back and said, all right, Father, I took care of that. What's next? I took care of that. What's next? Both sides. So cold, man. You know, that's Rock 39. Most I tell us about the 16. All the works of the Lord are exceeding good, and whatsoever he commandeth shall be accomplished in due season. See, everything works for the good with the Most High, man. We may say, man, damn, that's a cold storm, man. My cousin, my mama's over there. Guess what? If they ain't prepared, they better start listening to the Lord and listening. If you in the truth, better be telling them. Now's the time to get right. See, there be spirits that be created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail, famine, death, all these were created for vengeance. See, you seen that little tornado, man, after it hit that little light pole, man, or hit that fire, just kind of dissipated. Went back and looking for the next. Watch this. It ain't even started hitting the tornado yet. It's about to start whipping up in a second. See, it went back up. That came back. Boom. Hit his target. Said, all right. What's next, Father? What's next? That's how the Most High work, man. Glorious. Wow. All right, let's move on. A couple more things before we close out. Japan getting rocked by another earthquake. They got hit with the 7.6 on so-called New Year's Day. 8 days later, got hit with another one. So no let up on that, man. No let up on them. Let them keep getting rocked to sleep. All right. The Trump, Agent Orange, he says he wants the economy to crash this year. Why? Because he figures he can blame slow Biden, and he's going to be the savior to bring everything back. See, the Trump said he hopes the economy crashes sometime in the next 12 months rather than after he potentially enters office in 2025. Trump, the front runner in the GOP presidential primary, was speaking in an interview with former news host Lou Dobbs on the conservative platform Lindell TV. The former president said that if he wins the 2024 election against President Slow Biden, then he does not want his second term in the White House to be reminiscent of Herbert Hoover's presidency, which was leading with the stock market crash. He wants it to crash under Slow Biden, and then he thinks he's going to be the savior to get him up out of here. I don't know if y'all seen this. I'm gonna play it for a hot second, man. And my reaction might surprise you. Watch this.
And on June 14th, 1946, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a caretaker. So God gave us Trump. God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn, fix this country, work all day, fight the Marxists, eat supper, then go to the Oval Office and stay past midnight at a meeting of the heads of state. So God made Trump. I need somebody with arms, strong enough to rustle the deep state, and yet gentle enough to deliver his own grandchild. Somebody to ruffle the feathers, tame cantankerous World Economic Forum, come home hungry, have to wait until the First Lady is done with lunch with friends, then tell the ladies to be sure and come back real soon, and mean it. So God gave us Trump. I need somebody who can...
You get the point. You get the point. This maniac is talking about all of the reasons why God made him. Remember, I played the video 2 years ago, but it was from when he was president, and he said he's the chosen one. He thinks he's the savior, man, and he got these damn evangelical Edomites out here praising and worshiping him. Y'all like that, man? So y'all laughing. Let me play a little more.
Can shape an axe, but wield a sword.
Okay.
Who had the courage to step foot in North Korea. Who can make money from the tar of the sand, turn liquid to gold. Who understands the difference between tariffs and inflation, will finish his 40-hour week by Tuesday noon, but then put in another 72 hours. So God made Trump. God had to have somebody willing to go into the den.
All right, that's enough, man. I'm about to throw up. Yeah, God did make Trump, man. He did. He did. Yeah. What are y'all saying? I'm wrong? IQ, you tripping? You sold out. Yeah. This is why he made Trump, man. Proverbs 16:4 says, "The Most High Yahweh have made all things for Himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil." Yeah, He's the wicked, man. To commit all manners of evil, wickedness, and abominations, man. That's what He was created for, man. To be the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, man. To be manifest as a devil. That's why He made Trump, not to save America, man. Give me a damn break. These are all part of prophecy, man. Second Thessalonians 2. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there be a falling away first." Well, what was the falling away? That was the children of Israel falling away from the law, statutes, and commandments, going into perdition. Going into captivity, right? We had our falling away. And then after that, it says, "And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is God." Trump, he thinks he is the Most High, man, and he's saying that's why God created me. Well, he don't think he's the Most High. He thinks he's Christ. He said he's the chosen one. I seen evangelical Edomites talking about Trump is going through this affliction to pay for their sins, for the sins of America. This is why he's going through the trials and the tribulations, uh, getting locked up. And I mean, these damn heathens, man, is out of damn control, man. You talk about strong delusion. Strong delusion is an understatement. It is a damn understatement. So yeah, the Most High did make Trump, man, for the day of evil and to be destroyed and to be judged, not for what they talking about. Y'all already know. Let's look at Second Ezra. It says, "For while I live," Second Ezra 8. Let's read 25. It says, "For while I live, I will speak, and so long as I have understanding, I will answer. Oh, look not upon the sins of thy people, but on them which serve thee in truth. Regard not the wicked inventions of the heathen." You know, this damn heathen, he's out there making these damn propaganda videos, trying to get some votes, trying to seduce people. You know, they're already talking about the black and Hispanic votes are leaving the Democrat plantation, and Massa Biden. They're leaving him. Trump's going out there talking about he's done more for black people than Lincoln and everything. You know, he thinks he's the savior. Meanwhile, he just got through saying that the migrants are poisoning the blood of America and all of that. Man, he's still on this, his wicked, evil, mouth and tongue, showing his disdain for blacks and Hispanics. And I remember, man, they said that he had some undocumented immigrants working on his little plantation in Mar-a-Lago. Look at it. So they didn't come from ish whole countries when he had them working for him. Look, Trump happily employing undocumented workers while ICE rounds them up. See, he be talking stuff, man, but when he needs somebody to clean that damn house, oh yeah, he's gonna get him over there. He needs somebody to mow that lawn, he gonna make sure somebody out there cooking his food and everything else. Oh sure, get the spics on over here, man. Get the niggas over here. Somebody take my stuff to the cleaners. Get Moab over there cleaning my stuff up, my same suit. Look at this. Trump hired undocumented immigrants for $4 an hour for a demolition project. Look at this damn heathen, man. But here he goes. That's why God made Trump, huh? I think he got the Iowa pastors mad over there. So see how far that goes. But that was just unbelievable for me. I wish this was true. You know, this image came out, and on Twitter, and it was talking about Trump's trips on the pedo plane on the Lolita Express. And here you got a picture with a couple with four young blondes, and here go another one with him with five of them. So they were trying to say, "Oh, look at him! He's about to go have a orgy with these little ones." But it was Photoshop. It was a fake picture. I wish it was real. But apparently, some actor, man, he retweeted it, and he ended up having to apologize because he found out it was wrong. That's why it's important, man. Scrutinize everything, especially when you're getting off of Twitter and TikTok, all this other stuff, man. A lot of stuff out there is fake. So it can really disable your mouth of truth and your word if you get to posting and sharing and doing too much, sharing the things that ain't right. You can jack your name up, man. You can jack your name up, and the Most High tells us that a good name is important. So do your due diligence before you get to reposting and sharing something. If it seems a little outrageous, man, make sure you do your due diligence. See if it's right or not. Because that's one trick that the devil's gonna do, man. He'll put out the disinformation, make it look so good that it's gonna make you just want to, and because it's so easy to hit a share button, you get captivated real quick. You're like, damn, that's a cold meme, or that's something. Did he really say that? I don't care. I'm sharing it. Before you know, you done share some stuff, man, that ain't real and ain't right. And then everybody's gonna look at when you do say some truth, they're gonna be like, man, that's the same dude to be posting all them fake stories, man. We ain't listening to that. And it damages you. So look at it. Proverbs 22:1 says, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches and loving favor rather than silver and gold. So maintain your integrity with your name, you'll be straight. But just make sure you're doing some due diligence, because Mark Ruffalo, he was quick to share this, and he ended up having to backtrack and apologize. See, Mark Ruffalo issues a groveling apology after posting phony pics of Trump on a pedo plane of Jeffrey Epstein, but not without taking a shot at ex-owner Elon Musk for allowing this information on the site. So he's saying, man, it's not my fault I got fooled. It's floating all around on X. I thought it was real. It says, however, hold on. Mark Ruffalo, who lost out on Golden Globe, who cares about that? He was quoting the post of an ex of user claiming Trump took two separate flights to Epstein Island. However, it was quickly discovered the photos have been produced using AI, forcing Ruffalo to apologize. See, that's the cold part, man. AI, deep fakes, these voiceover technologies and all that other stuff, man. We it's easy to get tricked out there. So, he got caught up. I wish it was true, but it's not. Mexico's $20 billion demand from Biden to help fix the border mess. President AMLO asked for a huge Latin American investment in return for helping migrants head north. So the president of Mexico is over here trying to shake down slow Biden, telling them, give me $20 billion and we'll help you with the border. We'll redirect them, but we need some money. Otherwise, we're going to let the floodgates open on you. So slow Biden getting shook down. Who knows? He might take the bribe. I just let you know, man, how much more of a corrupt a-hole he is. Because he's already done, allegedly a lot of bad deals with his son. So who knows? Who knows? But Mexico's trying to shake him down, man. They want $20 billion to stop the flood. Otherwise, it's all hands on deck. Cyber attack hits the second largest non-bank mortgage lender. So we've talked about cyber attacks, cyber Polygon, looking for a big cyber attack, i.e., Don't Look Back, or what was the name of that movie? It's so viral, I done forgot about it. So much things were moving on, I can't even remember now. But that was predicated upon a cyber attack. They're talking about 2024 and prepare for a cyber attack. Here you go. Second largest U.S. non-bank mortgage lender gets hit with a cyber attack. Look at this. No gift. I found $3,500 ATM deposit I didn't make in my account. A day later, I was negative $2,977. The sister got scammed. Somebody got her information. They deposited a fake check, put the money in there, and then ran up her account all the way till it was overdrawn. The sister tried to, make a complaint with the bank. The bank told her it was her fault. It was her. She did it. She like, what the hell are you talking about? I never made the deposit. Go check the cameras. I didn't do it. Sister's fighting to try to get her damn money and get her account back in good standings. The banks don't give a damn. Doesn't give a damn. They're talking about here scammers using skimmers and ATMs to take your debit card number and make a fake card, while small cameras nearby take a video of your personal ID or your PIN number. A woman in Palos Heights, Illinois, was subject to a crime of this nature when her account went negative thousands of dollars, reported local ABC affiliate WLS TV in July of 2015. Now, I've seen recent videos of people that this happened to, and the banks won't get their money back. This one dude, man, he had to set up his own little sting operation. He's standing in line, listen to the same guy running game on him about how the ATM doesn't work right, and here he can show him how to make it work, and snatching up the information. He had to get his own camera out because every time he went back to the bank saying, I got scammed. I didn't make this deposit. I mean, I didn't withdraw this money. I didn't do this. They like, man, it's your PIN number. You did it. And the banks ain't trying to give up on it, man. So this is just another form of how they're going to destroy the banking system so that they can implement in the new payment system, man, the B system, right? So if you hack into banks are closing, banks are defaulting. So not only are they defaulting, they're getting hit with cyber attacks. They're allowing massive fraud to go on so that they can come in and say, we got a new payment system. We got one world currency. We got a digital thing, digital ID. You know the rest of how we're going to make sure everybody's safe and their money's good. So a lot of this stuff, man, they let it all go down. Mike Johnson, he's got a 1.6 spending plan on deck. He's got 9 days to get it approved by the House, or they're going to do another government shutdown. So all the temporary marks that they've been trying to do to get the economy back on track, the Republicans and some of the Democrats in the House, they're not feeling his spending plan. So 9 days, we might be right back at a government shutdown again. So we'll see. We'll see. They're talking about even impeaching him and getting rid of him, just like they did McCarthy. So America's in all kind of turmoil and confusion. Argentina, they're poised to hit 200,000 inflation, worse than Venezuela. And they just got a new president down there, man. And he was supposed to join the BRICS. The BRICS are supposed to try to help him get out the hole. And he was like, nah, I'm going to back out. I'm going to stay loyal to the gray whore. And look what that got him. Inflation is down there, is worse than Venezuela. They say it could possibly reach 500,000 inflation rates. We're over here whining and complaining because inflation was damn near 8%, 9%. It might be, realistically, maybe been 10, 15%. We was over here like, damn, look at the price of this, look at the price of that. Man, everything's going up. I can't afford this no more. They're at 100, 200%. So just imagine living in Argentina, Venezuela, or any of these economically collapsed countries, man. I'm surprised all hell ain't broke loose down there yet. It's probably on the way. The migrants, they're going without showers, digging for food in the trash at the city's landing zone as they wait for shelter. A lot of them ain't got shelter right now. I'm seeing weather reports of 24 degrees, 19 degrees, and that's in the Pacific Northwest. We ain't even talking about Chicago, New York, so forth and so on, man. They ain't eating. They out in the cold. They're getting jacked up out there, man, after they was sold a dream. You remember Eric Adams, mayor of New York, and Kathy Hochul? Oh yeah, come on up. We can't wait to see you. We can't wait to share your culture and everything else, and we got jobs for you and everything else. And then they said, we're maxed out. You can't come here. They're flooding on over here, thinking they got pots of gold at the end of the rainbow for them, man. Anything. Only thing they got is digging in the trash for food. No showers. and sitting out waiting for shelter in the cold. Good old America. The ultra rich own 10%. The ultra wealthiest own 93% of the stock market. So if you're wondering if the stock market is legit, man, please, it's rigged. The wealthiest 10% of Americans, like Nancy Pelosi, are holding 93% of the U.S. stock market wealth. This is why the market gets manipulated. Big dogs always win. Always win, man. This whole place is corrupt. Last story here, man. U.S. Navy chopper crashes into San Diego Bay. All 6 crew were rescued from water following a wreck during the training mission. More American naval ships, Air Force ships crashing, from helicopters to fighter jets to, I mean, it's just ridiculous. All these damn aircraft crashes and all this other stuff, man. I mean, what is really going on? Got me scared to fly now, man. This place is completely overran. Overran. All right. So, long night. Hopefully everybody got some medication this evening, man. Got some good things off. And y'all are prepared for tomorrow's lesson. Tomorrow's lesson, I'm gonna be going into the calendar. I'm gonna try to simplify it for brothers and sisters, man. How to calculate the feast days, how to account for the new moon, so forth and so on. Simplified. If you need help in understanding the calendar, we're gonna try to break that down for you as easy as we can, and get into it, man. And then, like I said, Lord willing, man, we should have our dates up next week, posted for brothers and sisters, man, to abide by, compare and contrast. Make sure you're on point for your feast days coming up this year. All right, we still got a couple more months to close out this Hebrew year, which should be ending in first new moon should be around March 9th. That'll be the second Adar. But the 2024 calendar for the 2023-2024 year goes up until the end of February. So don't trip. You can't be like, it's January. We ain't got the new calendar out, man. When's IQ and MOTC going to put out the calendar? Stop going off of Esau's calendar, man. Stop worrying about January 1st and other camps putting theirs out. What's taking you? Maybe we do a little bit more diligent search, man. We want to make sure that our stuff is correct. And, we just want to make sure that everything is on point, man. So no rush. You should have all the dates leading up all the way into the end of February. And then we'll make sure you got everything lined up going forward. But my boss said I need the calendar from January on. Okay, well, hit me up. Hit me up. You need the dates. You got to tell your job. You got to put your time in. You should email thecovenant144@gmail.com. I'll be happy to help you out if you need it from January up until our new year, a bib. Got you covered. Otherwise, man, hold tight. Lord willing, get your calendar out next week. And other than that, we'll cover how to calculate the feast days and getting your calendars on point. Lord willing, tomorrow, 3:15 Pacific Standard Time. See you then, Most High willing. Outside of that, man, y'all have a blessed evening. Shabbat Shalom. All praise, honor, glory to the Most High. Always fear the Most High. Keep the commandments, man, and don't shoot your messenger. All right, and for y'all that's not getting your notifications, man, like I tell brothers and sisters, man, that's been telling us, the sisters last week were saying they got shut down. Other people been hitting me, telling me they ain't getting notified. They getting frustrated, just giving up. Try to unsubscribe, resubscribe. Make sure your notification bell is hit. Obviously, hitting the notification bell, that don't even work no more. YouTube is selectively turning those off or letting people know who they want to know, the notification. So, but try it anyway. All right. But that's it for your brother, man. Y'all be well, man. Have a blessed evening. See y'all tomorrow, Most High willing. Shabbat Shalom.